Let's stick with
Oh
that.
yeah.
Uh, Erin on the right, Kingsley on the left, and they are the you just said it. It was not developer, co-founders of
Co-founders.
Flote.app. It's a social media application which I signed up for a couple of days ago. Johan invited me to become a member. And while we were at it, we thought it would be a good idea to have both of you introduce Flote.app to our community because, as we all know, the censorship in social media is going crazy. I have a lot of problems with it. I basically I have to be very careful with my YouTube channel and um, one of the nice things that I already saw is that you can send bitcoins to float.app. So um, let's just take a minute and have you introduce float.app to us, and then we will ask questions with the information we get. Is that okay? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
First of
Yeah,
all,
Yeah.
let
absolutely.
me welcome you and
Uh,
also to you a very happy 13th birthday to Bitcoin. That's the reason why we are doing this today. We had a little miscommunication. You were ready yesterday, but we were still working out all the technical stuff here in the show and all the things. But it worked out. Here we are, and yeah, please introduce us to yourselves and float.app.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having us on. Um, I mean, Float is basically, it's been described when we were at PorkFest as PorkFest online, or, I would consider it almost like Liberland online in a way. It's a place for people that kind of share voluntarist values to come together online, create community, and also conduct commerce with each other. And like you mentioned, we have Bitcoin that's integrated right now. We're going to be integrating Polygon and other tokens in the future and coins. So it's, censorship has been just kind of getting worse and worse. I started seeing that back in the Ron Paul days in 2008, how they used to censor Dr. Paul. And we started Float in 2019 when Erin brought a bunch of content creators that I was fans of growing up: Josh Sigurdson, Dan Dix, Luke Rudowski, Jeff Berwick, all these people that started getting censored. And I think the biggest catalyst was in 2018 when Alex Jones got deplatformed from all the major big tech platforms. And so we, at the time, we were actually developing a crypto wallet that was focused on privacy coins, but we ended up pivoting because we saw what was happening. I mean, it was becoming harder and harder to do, just to find simple things on the internet using Google as a resource tool, using YouTube as a resource tool, things that you used to be able to put in as keywords. We're not showing up. We're not populating in the search results anymore.
Yeah, you can even put it like the exact same title as the video and into the search tool, and it's not going to pull up.
Yeah. So now we see that happening. Last year, Donald Trump getting censored from big tech. I think that's probably all, kind of part of their playbook or something. But here we are. I think we see what right now. We're witnessing big tech where they've amassed so many users on YouTube and Facebook. But now we're starting to see that break up and starting to see different communities pop up online that are picking platforms like Float, like Gab, like Getter now is getting big. And we're congregating online, we're communicating, we're talking with each other. And really the next focus of Float and what we're starting to see kind of naturally occur is that we're starting to support each other's businesses as well, which I think is really important right now with everything that's going on in the world with Corona and everything else, because we have to basically remove the middleman from communication and commerce and interact with each other and build community. And so Float's meant to be that kind of that P2P communication tool. We have encrypted messaging as well. We have live streaming. We have kind of all the other normal social media stuff. We're going through a big update right now that we're going to be launching this quarter that we're really excited about. That's going to have some new features, and then also
Dark mode.
yeah, dark mode, and then Polygon integration. So we're going to, instead of just having Bitcoin as it is now, we'll have wrapped Bitcoin. which will just be a lot easier for people to obviously send and receive transactions. But yeah, we're really excited. We have quite a few people, good people on our platform, great community. I mean, people from Liberland or that are part of that, or any other really kind of libertarian leaning movements. We really think that they should be joining Flote, because that's a lot of what our community, who it is already, and what we're about.
What is the platform? Asks somebody. It's a Flote.app, and that was at least or joinflote.com. I also saw in your name. I had a question.
Right.
When did it go live? When did Flote go live?
We went live in July of 2019.
All right. And how many
Ooh.
members do you have today? How many users are on the app? Like weekly unique visitors?
We last we checked, we do have 56,000.
Not bad.
Yeah, we're still the small guy on the block, but we did run into scaling issues pretty early on, and so that's sort of what we're in the middle of fixing now. So once that new platform goes live, which should be, practically any day now, we should have full steam ahead. No issues for scalability, and that's when we'll really pump it. The last couple of years, we haven't really done any marketing at all, besides word of mouth. And so once that new stable platform is live, we'll be able to go ahead and promote the heck out of it and really market Flote to the masses.
I used it only once. I share a daily picture, but to add a extra platform in my loop is, you need to get in your muscle memory a little bit, or what's the right word? So
yeah. And that's our goal too. We want to make bridges to other social media platforms, as many as possible, to make it as easy as possible for our users to communicate and share their content online. So right now you are able to post a post on Flote, and then that post will actually also post on Twitter. We also have a way for you to download your Facebook data and upload it to Flote, so none of that data gets lost. And we're hoping to create bridges on the smaller social media sites as well, like Library, like Minds, like Gab, all these existing platforms, but make it easy to post one. And we really want Flote to kind of be the aggregator.
If you can fix that, I will be your first user, or not the first, one of the first 56,000. But that's always a big headache, because I promote crypto since years, and if it makes it easier to share it once and it goes to multiple platforms. So far, the only one slightly doing that is Instagram, allowing me to post it on Facebook at the same time. But that's not really helping.
That's like cheating.
Yeah, I know.
They own that platform.
I guess that's why they bought it, because they built something like that. But
we're really focused. We're going to be focused on interoperability and just making Flote a really easy broadcasting tool. So just like you guys have mentioned, being able to post from Flote to multiple platforms, including big tech and the new tech platforms out there. Just to make it, a very useful tool for content creators just like yourself.
What is the motivation behind it? Is it really a dream? Like, we want to create a platform for people to be able to speak freely, or as soon as Facebook comes over and puts $1 billion on the table, it's sold to the highest bidder? Or is it both?
No, I mean, it really is.
Create another one.
No, yeah. So so I'll get into that in just a second.
This is a fun disclaimer.
But no, I mean, really, if you look through our history, things that we've done, I've been in crypto since 2013. I've been building companies and products in that space since then. And we're just, I've been a libertarian or voluntarist since 2008 with Ron Paul. So we are very, I think in this new trustless world that we're developing as far as technology is concerned, I still think it's important to have a trust factor when it comes to knowing who you're working with. And so, I feel that we are those people, and we get that feedback from our community that they really, it's not even really about Flote, the platform right now that they're very excited about working with, but it's really about like us and our team. We're fully committed to the cause, to fight the good fights. We're about to start a family here. We just got married, a year and a half ago, and we want to have kids, and we want our kids to be able to grow up in a world where free speech does exist. I mean, how scary is it that right now what they're doing, even just with like crypto content creators, they're bringing them down.
I would like a world where my child can go on the internet and say the sun and vitamin C are good for you, and a police officer doesn't show up at their door to take them in jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, today's time is really radical and extreme. So let's hope that it's temporarily, but.
Yeah.
But that's why, we have to, I think that really is the power of community and raising good babies, like to make the future better. It's all up to us, I think, at this point. And our actions day in, day out will decipher kind of how the future is going to pan out. And so, we really just wanted to be part of the right side of history.
Yeah, that, and then also just going back to it, like it is a we believe that it is obviously a good business opportunity. We're 4% of Facebook would be around 100 million users. So that's we don't need to become the next Facebook to become successful. We can all, in all these different platforms that are popping up right now, we see the trend of more people using more apps, and that's why we're looking to make it very useful for users to use Flote and be able to broadcast their messages amongst more apps. But I've always said that if big tech, if I were to get some sort of deal like the Signal founders got with WhatsApp, where they did offer a lot of money, I would only do it under two circumstances, take the deal. And that's one, if we can allow our users to delete all their contents.
And
what?
All their content and data.
Yeah, and all their data. And then before the transition occurs. And also if it was enough money where I'd be able to create another platform with that money.
With a non-compete.
Which is very, will probably not happen.
Yeah.
But I just, I like to put it out there as a disclaimer. And I think that's a fair thing to do.
Yeah, it's the first thing that pops up in your mind because it always sounds so great, and wow, they are so idealistic, and I want to support it, and then the money is on the table and everything is thrown overboard and we just take the money and run. So it's the first thing. And the second thing I think of is this new social media app that Trump has announced. They tried it with Parler. I was actually, I did my best to share some stuff there, and then it was taken down because they were running that app on Amazon servers or something.
Yeah. AWS,
so, now there's something new coming. Is that a competition to you, or do you see yourself having such a niche that it doesn't matter? You are going to create your own little bubble on the internet and people will come. What is your...
Yeah, again, we see a lot of these. I mean, to be honest, I see a lot of these platforms like Parler and potentially Getter. We were just doing some more research into them last night. I see them honestly as potential honeypots when it comes to gathering, data and information on potential targets as far as governments are concerned, or big tech, or communism or tyranny, whatever you consider the enemy to be in this world that's driving this agenda. But there's an obvious agenda. So, when it comes to those, we're a little bit more cautious. But we love apps like Library and Odyssey and Minds, and I think Gab even is like on our side. They're more focused on like a Christian conservative community right now, which is fine. I would say we share pretty much 100% of their values, besides maybe the kind of the Christian undertones. But that's fine. We're just kind of focused on our own thing with our own set of values, and building our own community.
And ultimately, I don't really see any of these sites as competition. I think our competition would be big tech. And I really do believe that instead of sitting here and saying, oh, Gabs are competition, libraries are competition, Odysseys are competition. I want to work with those companies and create bridges so people can communicate across those. And I really think the only way we can win against the fight for free speech is if we work together with these companies. You know, a lot of these companies, you know, they're on the smaller side, and ultimately we need the market share spread across multiple small social media sites to even begin to take on big tech. So no competition, just collaboration.
Yeah. I mean, big tech right now accounts for what, just trillions and trillions of dollars as far as valuation is concerned, you know, on the stock market and revenue in the, you know, hundreds of billions of dollars. So there's not really room for fighting amongst smaller apps. We need to stick together and focus on the big enemy out there, big tech.
What if regulators are going to decide that all the words vaccines have to be removed from any social media post? How far?
Can I curse on this?
No, you can. You go ahead. It's not my channel anyway. It's Johan, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's where it seems to be, you know, trending. And again, this comes to a trust issue of who's running what platform and what technology they're using. So we're looking to become more resilient and more unstoppable as a social network. So right now we're in the process of migrating our servers to another company that has a very resilient setup. We're looking to integrate technology like IPFS, obviously blockchain, unstoppable domains. These different types of technologies that thankfully are here now that we can use to fight back against censorship, both on the big tech level, the private side, and the government side.
And if we have to move jurisdictions, you know, that's something we're prepared to do as well.
Yeah. I mean, this is a hill to die on. So, you know, even if we weren't to move or whatever, and regulators started clamping down,
I'm doing my best.
We would have to figure it out, kind of like Pirate Bay.
Put a couple of servers for you in Liberland, but it's gonna take. It's gonna
there you go.
take a couple.
That'd be great. Yeah.
It's interesting. I have seen it. I tried. You know, I'm in crypto since some time, and I've seen a lot of social media platform tryouts be created, or your, how do they call it, community hubs. You know, it's not really like a Flote.app. What I saw on your website was different in a way, and it's interesting. We did try it yesterday with the streaming, and it was still a little bit. It didn't go 100% smooth, and I was like, because Johan said no, it's your settings. I said let's also test it on Twitch, and then on Twitch it did go a little bit more smooth. So I was like, okay, no, and you just told me we are about to go in the next phase. Well, it's very difficult.
But it's a small thing. It's a small thing.
No, it's small. No, of course, it's a small thing, but it's it's very difficult with a limited budget to fight a company like a Facebook that has this incredible network effect. I think it's good to hear, or I see how it can work by focusing on one specific community, whether that is libertarians or any other group. Aren't you afraid that because of the select group of people that it will become the bubble that that everybody's going to make itself crazy basically by repeating the same message in a small group, and by that you radicalize into some small niche of the society that nobody can talk with except for your own little platform?
Yeah. No, I used to worry about the echo chamber effect. But I mean, the fact is that we create our echo chambers on social networks typically anyways. I mean,
and no two libertarian has the same exact.
Yeah. And talk about a community that always like disagrees. Even if they just agree 99%, they'll fight to the death for that 1% difference and just debate it out. And that's what it's all about. It's all about communication, because when you get rid of communication, the only thing you have left, as far as is really violence. And that's what it seems like big tech and government is trying to do, is trying to limit our communication so that we do, do what you're saying. We go crazy, and we have no one to debate and work things out with, and then it comes to action, and that's, we don't want to see that across the world, and even though we are. So yeah, I don't know. Our community is awesome. They
and we're not limited to just voluntarists or libertarians. We actually have a lot of nonpartisan accounts on Flote. We also have conservatives. I've seen some leftists on the platform. As long we
have a few communists.
We do have a few communists. We definitely have a few communists.
Like anarcho-communists.
But I think the bottom line is, if you support free speech, then Flote should be your home.
Right.
Period. No question. A lot of people.
There is no report button on Flote.app.
There is a report button. However, we really. Do you want to take this one actually?
Yeah.
Because I like your bottom up approach.
Yeah, we're just focused on. We do have a set of rules. So when a lot of apps say they're like uncensored or whatever, we have a limited amount of moderation that we really don't have to even mess with yet. But really, we're focused on, instead of the big tech centralized top-down approach, just like Bitcoin or these other decentralized technologies, we're focused on the bottom-up, moderation, or curate your own experience, moderate your own experience, be an adult.
Right.
If you don't see you see someone that, or some sort of content that you don't like to see,
just block
mute it, block it, get on with your life. And if you're coming to,
for example, on Facebook, you get a strike, and after so many strikes, you are a week in the bin, or I don't know, is that available? Do you have something like that, or you have the ability to block people, but the people can say whatever they want? Is that?
Yeah. They can say whatever they want. Like I said, we have a list of only 7 rules that are pretty, laid out very, very, leniently. We're looking to come up with more community tools so that, again, the community can kind of moderate itself. Again, we can't have, we're a US based company. We're US citizens, at least for now. So we're not, we're not looking to have some content on our platform, obviously. But for the most part, it's kind of, free range. Really no different. We're just, a lot of these apps are really just turning back the clock about 5 years for even the big tech platforms, when you were allowed to say, pretty much whatever you wanted, without getting reprimanded for it.
Right.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm talking with Adolf Honkler, the next guest, that he has to be a couple minutes late because I like the things you say, so we need to give it a couple minutes more.
Thank you.
Flote.app, what to say about it? I want to ask the future of Flote.app. How do you see that? But I don't know if I'm asking double questions. Johan is still eating, so he's taking the easy road again.
I'm finished already.
Yeah, maybe you can ask a good question.
I was listening. You're doing a good job.
Do we have something in the chat, Johan?
Yeah, there are people that are asking because they don't know how to answer a whisper in Twitch.
No, I don't need to hear that. We are asking questions about Flote.app.
So I gave him my email address. That is Johan at vrijheidradio.com.
Okay, so everybody sends the email to Johan.
Sorry, wrong email address. vrijheidradio.com.
No.
Okay.
Well, let me then just announce that the chat is open for questions.
For Flote.app.
So there is streaming on Flote.app. I saw also what was that? There was a media section, and because I used it once now, and when I did that, I double posted my post because it ended up in a different section, and I didn't see it right away, and then I was confused, and let me actually open it. I will show it on screen to the viewers. This button here, this is Flote.app, how it looks on screen. And then I wrote a message and I just tried a test. And I posted that. And now I was trying to find it, and that gave me a problem. And I was... Look, I just, here it is, test. But then my previous message was under media or something. I don't remember exactly what I did.
Yeah, everything should populate that you post on your main feed, and also the home feed. And then we have different filtering options for your profile, so you can check out just videos, just pictures, just audio. We're actually coming out with the new platform, or the upgraded platform. We'll have a lot more ways to filter content through there. So you'll be able to see on the home feed, you'll be able to see just images like Instagram, or just videos like YouTube. Again, curate your own experience, moderate your own experience, give the users the tools they need to view Flote or interact with Flote as they see fit.
What I liked about it is that you also have a kind of, now I see it again, you have a kind of Patreon ID where people can take a subscription, or what's the right word for that? I'm sorry for my terrible English sometimes, but people.
But yeah, they can post exclusive content behind a
so
paywall.
every month you pay, or every post, or how does that go?
Right now it's every month. We're looking to make it so that you can just do it to post specifically. And then we're launching this year groups, which will be big. And then we have Flote Market coming that we're really excited about. So people, our community will be able to buy and sell a lot easier directly using crypto on the platform.
So I can start an OnlyFans on Flote.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it.
So is it also possible to pay your viewers if they watch it? Because I think Johan needs that option for his OnlyFans page.
Johan, you can post your feet pics on Flote. It's gonna be okay.
We won't ban you for it.
No, but
we have 4 animals here, so I apologize if you guys hear any background.
No problem.
Isn't that something that you make some kind of a commercial, and if people watch your post, they actually get money?
We definitely have thought about this. We are integrating a token and a reward system kind of similar to Odyssey or Minds, except ours will be focused on the producer or the creator versus the viewer or the consumer. So, but that doesn't mean that we can't come up with some sort of tools where content creators can incentivize people to just watch their show and have their own kind of little token economy or whatever, some sort of reward system, money payout.
Something that I forgot to ask, but when did you start all this? How long is this going? How
2019?
2019? No, not when it got launched, but actually what led up to this moment. What made you decide to go and make all this trouble?
Friends that we know, pretty big content creators on YouTube started getting deplatformed, demonetized. We saw our friends
having to change their speech when they're speaking. It was so Orwellian.
It is.
We tried jumping off Facebook and Twitter, and going on other social medias that existed, like Minds.com and Gab.com, and unfortunately we didn't feel like that was the right community for us, and so we kind of just decided. We were actually working on a privacy coin wallet, and we got into Boost VC, which is run by Adam Draper, and as soon as we got in there, like the first week, we're like, okay, plot twist, we're no longer doing a privacy coin wallet, and we're going to go into social media, and we just kind of hit the ground running.
Maybe it's me. I want to test. I don't think it's me though. It happened for a second, but I don't see anything on my volume meter. I can try something. Wait, I'll be back in a second.
I listen. Just. No, it's not. It's not anymore.
We're good now.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, continue.
So we saw what happened with Alex Jones in 2018, getting deplatformed across all the big tech platforms in one day, 24 hours essentially, and then we saw that started to happen. We saw the trend happening, and we saw that happening with people that we were following. content creators on YouTube, independent journalists on Twitter, Facebook groups that were sharing memes. For the crime of sharing memes, they were sent to Facebook jail or deplatformed immediately. I mean, groups with 1 million plus people taken down overnight. People that have been, they've been building up their communities for 5 to 10 years. Our YouTube friends, they were starting to earn, $7,000 to $10,000 a month from YouTube ads, and really able to start focusing on their work there. And all of a sudden, demonetized overnight. No real rhyme or reason given. Sometimes even the emails will even say, if they even send you an email, it'll just show you have been kicked off our platform because, and like literally one of our friends had, it's just a blank line there.
Yeah.
So
they're very broad.
So it's just these community guidelines, they're saying sorry. Yeah.
Terrible. It's terrible to hear stories
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
I have to apologize. I had 2 hours of sleep, and I already asked this question, so sorry for having to answer twice to me.
Then people were asking, and then
I think
I
it's
sent
interesting, and we should put some people to Flote. Johan, can you put a link in the chat? Flote.app. The censorship is a terrible reality of today's life. I guess it's part of the entire, collapse of the system that we are witnessing as we speak. How do you see, outside of social media usage and everything, how do you see this situation moving forward?
Oh yeah, we'll talk
Are you
about
willing to talk
anything.
about that, or should
What do you
we
mean? What do you mean
stay
exactly outside of
to the topic of Flote.app? Well, currently there are some people that believe they need to get a fourth jab to be safe from a flu-like virus.
Here,
How long is that story
Yeah.
going to
I would say
go
that
on?
theory is
Do you believe
pretty
it, first of all?
unstable here in Texas. It's not a very popular theory.
Yeah. No, again, I think this is it's unfortunate with what's going on in the world, but in a way I like to, to look at the positive things. And I think right now the positive, the silver lining that we can get out of all this is that people are revealing their true faces. The masks are coming off. And now we are able to see who is really on our side, or who we want to actually communicate with or do business with, which I think is the really most important part, is creating these parallel economies that are as peer-to-peer as possible and supporting each other in each other's missions. There's no reason to fund governments. There's no reason to fund big tech corporations anymore, or anybody really, even a local restaurant down the road that requires a vaccine passport and mask. Do not go there. There's no reason to. Choose someone else. Choose someone that has some sort of mental capacity to see through the lies of what's going on here. Because if we let the propaganda continue, we know where it's going to end. I mean, these things have been written about in history. We see these cyclical natures in human civilizations throughout history. We know where this is going to end, and it could get really bad. Or we can choose to work together and choose to basically stake our plot of land, both in real life and online, and we can choose to defend our property basically. And that's just the way things are. But in reality, I believe that this moment should have come honestly a long time ago, as far as people starting to kind of fight back. This probably should have started, at least in the U.S., back when they started their Federal Reserve. Back over 100 years ago. So it's unfortunate that we have to fight this fight now, because I feel like my great great grandfather should have taken up this mission. But hey,
it's got to come sometime.
Yeah, it has to come sometime.
Well, in that way, this entire COVID pandemic is a blessing, because when I moved to Liberland, everybody said, "You are crazy. You are living in the most free country in the world, because in the Netherlands you can smoke marijuana."
Right.
I was like, dude, you don't know anything about the Netherlands. It's a pedo paradise, and it's terrible. And so when I got here, and everywhere you go, it's like, oh wow, what a great country. And I've been trying to prove them different, and it's very easy these days to prove them different, because
we just had a friend leave the Netherlands. I think he just stated yesterday, because he got in a fight with some restaurant manager. He wouldn't wear his mask in
Adam,
the bathroom. Yeah. I just saw that on Facebook the other day. So he's leaving. And again, like we left Nevada or Las Vegas to move to Texas,
Right.
because we saw what the trend was happening. We got a communist governor in Nevada.
The worst.
And he started, talking about all this stuff. They're trying to do a vaccine mandate where you're going to get fined as an employee if you're a worker in the state if you don't have your vaccine mandate next year, or your vaccine passport.
In Austria and Europe, they take it as far that they will fine you whether you work or not. You just get 7,000 euro annually for not being vaccinated.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a whole lot of Bitcoin anymore, but still, it's
Right.
7,000 euro you can spend in a better way, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, we have cryptocurrency here, thank God, as a technology. So now we have a financial opt-out. We can allow their fiat money system to crumble, as it always does. I mean, the math is on our side when it comes to this type of economic warfare. And now we have, things like Bitcoin and other coins out there that to kind of see through the light.
I wanted to ask about coin integration on Flote.app. What are your
It's our Shiba.
look, there's a Shiba.
Nice.
No, what's the right? A Doge. Shibu.
Got also a coin, huh?
Shiba Inu. Sana. No, I wanted to ask what criteria do you use when you select a next coin to list? Does it have any criteria, or do you accept people that pay you for integrating a coin, or what's the deal behind that? Why do you choose? What did you just mention?
Polygon.
Polygon. Yeah.
Why that one, for example, not another one, and are more coming, and what's going on with that?
Yeah, well, we chose Polygon integration because Polygon right now just has the largest. Well, it's fast and pretty much free. It has the largest ecosystem as far as like a second layer solution. And when it comes to like a useful money, I used to really love Bitcoin. I mean, I've been using crypto again, for the last like 8 years as a money paying developers around the world, China, France, Argentina, Canada. It doesn't matter, obviously, because it's crypto. And unfortunately, after the halving events, the last halving events, and as we see when the network gets congested, transactions become more expensive and slower, which it's not really useful as a good currency on a platform. So that's why we chose Polygon. We're looking to wrap Bitcoin in Polygon as well. So you'll still be able to use a lot of the crypto that people want to use. At the end of the day, though, what are we
launching with? We're launching with wrapped Bitcoin.
Yeah, Flote token, and then Polygon, and then wrapped Ethereum. So, but at the end of the day,
on Polygon.
Yes, on Polygon. Yes. But at the end of the day, we were looking to support like any coin that has a great community behind it, and also we're interested in privacy, coins as well, to give people that option if they choose to. That's really it. Yeah, we're not looking to like get paid to like launch some little shit coin or whatever.
We're not Binance. We're not going to charge you $100 million for a listing.
No. And the administration, or how to say, the transactions within the platform are not on the blockchain. Oh, give it a second.
1 second, sorry, our dogs went.
Yeah, no problem.
What was that?
I wanted to ask that the transactions that are made within the platform are done on the platform itself and not on the blockchain, or are you going to put them all in a blockchain? All blockchain transactions.
Yeah, no, they'll all be blockchain transactions.
Okay. Interesting.
Johan? Yeah, I have also a question. I missed the first part of your of what you said because I was busy with my pizza. But where you have the website, is it on a server or is it like or is it on a blockchain like Mimo.cash or discussions.app?
Yeah, we're on a server right now. Our goal as far as kind of decentralizing in that manner. So our Shiba.
It's okay, don't worry. Nobody's watching.
Is to basically pick many cloud service providers across the world that have not shown any sign, at the very least, have not shown any sign of censorship, or actually have come out, pro free speech. As we've decided, we've really looked into the ideas of, what we want to do as far as that strategy is concerned. What we would rather do is just have just cloud service providers, again, that aren't big tech, and then give users the options to post to IPFS or, library or other ones. We just don't feel like we need to integrate that holistically, on our end, because, we don't need every cat picture on blockchain, so we'd rather just give the user the choice of if they do want to post their stuff on IPFS or blockchain, then they can do so.
Okay. Yeah.
I just want to show everybody the live stream on Flote.
Yeah. We're on Flote. Yeah. Have you heard of all these? You have a lot of a few social media alternatives on a blockchain, like Mimo.cash or discussions.app.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I've heard of them.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very smooth today. Yesterday night we tested it yesterday, and it maybe it was because we were just starting it or something, but it's very smooth today. Very nice. You can see exactly how long our lag is if I play the video like that. But okay.
Yeah.
We are now live 19 hours since I switched on the stream, so it's slowly adding up. I think for now we have a pretty good insight in what Flote.app is and what it's going to be. When is this update coming? You said it in the beginning, but I forgot it.
It'll be this quarter. I don't want to give a specific date yet.
Okay.
We were hoping to launch it before the end of the year, but we ran into some things that we wanted to fix before we launch. So yeah, they'll be this quarter. Hopefully, no later than the end of February. And we just sent you Erin just sent you a $5 Bitcoin tip on Flote, and because we have super chat functionality with Bitcoin, so in the chat log there you should see it.
Okay.
I want to say, real crypto people always say it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, especially with something like this big of an endeavor. But yeah, it's coming soon.
It's better to have it done correct than to have it done quick, I think. I mean,
right. Absolutely.
Well, I guess that's it. I don't see questions. Johan, you have questions?
Yeah, let me see. The last time I looked, there were no questions, and there are still no questions.
I'm trying to keep the schedule, so it was at 7. We started a little bit later because of a previous guest, but okay. Yeah. I think we should stay in touch, and we will follow Flote.app. I got an account, so now all I need is to get my muscle memory to memorize it, and then you will see a lot more posts of me coming by. I stream almost daily, and I want everybody to know, so I guess Flote.app is the next place that is on my list. What I really like is that you could fill in all those other social media platforms that you are a part of. So people can just go to your profile page and click all your, here's my Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, library account. And you had a really big list of all those accounts. So I think that is the way forward to, try and connect with as many as you can, because to think that you are going to be the next Facebook and people are coming exclusively to you, I don't think that is really the way forward.
Is it also like a chat integration that if you are streaming on Restream, you can see the chat from YouTube and Twitch and wrapped in one chat, but is it also possible for Flote.app?
Yeah, we're looking to create a feature like that. Hopefully be able to get to it this year. But absolutely, yeah. Again, it's all about collaboration, integration, interoperability, and that's I couldn't agree more.
Oh, good health. Bless. I say it in English.
Bless you.
She's got about 5 minutes of sneezing.
And does she say good health?
That was a nicely timed mute, by the way. I saw.
And
All right.
I had some questions. Like,
Oh.
if you have at this moment is the war between Twitch and YouTube to get the most streamers, game streamers, and like Twitch has an advance with all these features that streamers have it for yeah, how you call it in English? All these things that you can show on the stream, you know.
What do you mean, like emojis or whatever, or what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
emojis, and you can do
more like the
user
commands. I think like a
can it
raffle wheel and things like that.
goals and all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, like interactive type of features.
Interactive.
Okay, yeah.
Have you also thought about that?
Yeah, we've definitely thought about it. You know, I'm not sure exactly how far we're going to go into that. I'd rather like take technology that's already out there and try to integrate it if we can. Also, I think our focus, at least initially, is more like, you know, not all these kind of more, I don't know, fun things, you know, like kind of like TikTok. Like we don't want to like take a lot of those features and bring them over. So anyway, yeah, I don't know really how to answer your question yet, but yes, we are looking into basically like all the platforms out there now, and we're deciding, you know, what's the best, you know, things or use case for our community right now. In the future, we may actually even have it so that we always have people that come and suggest things to us, which is great. We really appreciate that. We're very open, and we love discussing things with people. That's how we learn. Yeah. And so in the future, we may actually have some sort of DAO component to Flote where people can actually propose things, and then we can even get like specific funding for certain things to make them happen faster. So that's something that we're really interested and curious into looking right now is kind of these DAO structures, and Flote may be turning into a DAO in the near future.
Okay, cool.
Well, I was just thinking, if you're ever gonna pay content creators, you can think of me, and I will be exclusively on Flote.app.
There we go. All right.
You know, one future.
I don't have a contract yet.
One thing I really miss in the past, we used what was this, the Yoshi, that you can pay with Bitcoin during the stream.
Tip Bitcoin.cash it was.
Tip Bitcoin.cash.
And they stopped it because
they
said.
And that's one thing that we really miss. Yeah, so people could be interactive.
Tipping with Bitcoin instead of PayPal, because I don't have a PayPal account. So
right. So what do you mean? What do you mean? So we just tipped you with Bitcoin as a super chat.
Oh, okay.
Like that? Is that what you're talking about? Or?
No. It's let me explain. It's you can tip some streamer, and then you see something happening in the stream.
Oh, right. Yeah, that happened. Streamlabs used to have that integration.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they still do, but that's interesting. And, you know, I definitely I like that idea. Being able to have that flash up there and show on there.
And we had that people could speak a message in the stream, and you had this computer voice that was reading the message, and you could show a picture and.
The big difference between Flote.app and Facebook is basically that you got a integrated wallet, right? That is the big difference. If I can see, if I just my first look. So yeah, I think all these features of paying for things, that's something that you should exploit, because that's what you got more than others. Basically.
I think Zuck wants to do that with his Libra coin, eh?
Yeah, wants to do that, and he's talking about it. But you can.
Is that Vic?
Huh?
Is that Vic who wants to do that with the Libra coin?
Zuckerberg. Zuck.
You mean Vito?
Oh yeah.
You mean Vito?
Zuckerberg.
Yeah. I mean, it's that whole rabbit hole is really interesting to go down, but. I mean, imagine if Facebook did come out with their own, imagine if Facebook came out with their own coin during when Bitcoin launched. I mean, I think that the Facebook, Libra or DM or whatever it's called now coin would be probably the highest, the highest valued asset in the world, just because of the social, the network effect. And being able to connect people to, interact and engage, freely. So, So I think, yeah, crypto plus community equals, I feel that's what it's all about. And that's how all these coins get value behind them. And so, we're really interested in exploring that.
Well, I'm interested to find out what happens next year at the Bitcoin anniversary with Flote.app.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank both of you for showing up today and presenting us the Flote.app app. And let's stay in touch. Shall we leave it at that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us on, guys. It was really fun, and we're just really happy to be a part of the Bitcoin birthday party.
Cool. We will make a nice highlight video so we can share it on Flote.app and everybody knows exactly what is being said, what we have been saying just now.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate it, guys.
Take care.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's time for the raffle.
Time for the raffle. And in the meantime,